Alright, boys, pleasure having you here. If you're new, my name is Thailand, and today I want to share with you the current supplements that I take for muscle detoxing, natural health maintenance, and increasing my testosterone levels. These are completely optional supplement levels. You don't actually need to take these. They're just performance enhancers. What I always preach about is a whole diet that focuses on nutrition, ancestral foods, as well as the lifestyle that you need on top of that to sustain that kind of high testosterone, healthy lifestyle. The problem is, and this is brutal, right? When I learned about this, I was like, yo, this is crazy. There is a chance you might not be able to have children. The reason for that is there is so many microplastics around us, and the levels of stress in our lives are so high because of the work we do and the environments that we're in. You know, the LED lights. Right now, I've got these blue light blocking glasses, and this light is literally blue, right? For me, it's orange right now. And so all of these little things that are designed by purpose to keep us low energy, keep us in a certain state of being. And what we're doing is we're trying to break out on that. You've read the rest of the problems. One of the things I struggle with the most is confidence, of course, and women and sexual performance. So hopefully we're going to fix all of that with all these systems. Just for reference, I'm 24 in like 2 months, 850 nanograms currently, or the last time I checked. I'm trying to get closer to 1,000. I'm staying around 10% body fat, and currently I'm working on getting 3D abs. I should have just moved this around. I forget that I'm in control of this. So that's what I look like, I think, last month or something like that. So part one, this is the first few supplements that I take. So creatine monohydrate, ideally from a clean source. You want to be taking this 15 grams per day. Now, when I say ancestral diet and ancestral protocol and natural and whatnot, I made clear that supplements were optional. You do not need supplements to live this lifestyle. These are performance enhancers. This is technology that I'm willing to take advantage of and utilize for my own betterment. So creatine monohydrate 15 grams per day is one of the best things that you can do right now based on upcoming research and current research. L-citrulline, 1 serving before the gym as your pre-workout. On top of that, this is a bonus, have coconut water or some honey or some fruits. And that's going to be the best pre-workout you'll ever need in your life. Trust me on that. Try it tomorrow and you'll come back to this video. 180 grams protein from Whole Foods per day. I don't actually take protein powder anymore. I get all my protein from meat and dairy and cheese and yogurt and other things. Sleep without an alarm. This is incredible. If you can do this, this is literally the highest ROI. Literally sleep and don't set an alarm. And your body will naturally wake you up when it has recovered. And that's going to be key for recovery. If you can do this, do it. If not, ideally 8.5 hours of sleep in bed. What that doesn't mean is when you go to bed and you close your eyes, when you get into bed and you start counting 8.5 hours, what that means is the moment you become unconscious, then we start counting 8.5 hours asleep in bed. Magnesium L-threonate is important for muscle and recovery, and as well as that for sleep as well. Magnesium is a key, mineral, vitamin, essential nutrient, a key player in our body's functions. Over 300 chemical reactions use this. Anyway, and the last one is 10K steps per day. So this is something I'm doing right now. I've been getting 10K to 15K for the past 2 weeks since the new year. So I'm very, very keen for that. You're going to see a crazy transformation, honestly, in my shape, in my physique, and in my health markers. So really excited for that. Really excited to keep this up. And let me also tell you this one thing. I've been struggling with discipline recently, and doing 10K steps per day as like the minimum thing that I need to do, minimum task that I need to do to call it a win has been great for me. So steal that. If you've got discipline problems, you're almost getting close to falling into a rut and you don't want to, you can use that as well. You can make that a goal. Let's power through the next few steps. So part 2 is sleep. Magnesium L-threonate, again, this is making a new appearance. I take 500 milligrams per day around average. What that looks like is, for me at least, 2 to 4 pills per day, but it's more like 3 to 4 pills. All right, we got interrupted by my brother visiting, which was delightful, but let's continue with part 2, which is sleep. Sleep tea, which is something I'm having right now. There's some chamomile in here, apple and cinnamon, but some other ones you can have are chamomile, lavender, valerian, and passion flower. There's some teas that you can get. Ideally, or very importantly, keep them microplastic free. So loose leaf, that's what I've done here. Loose leaf essentially means you get the entire leaf and you prepare it just like this. Okay, guys. My protocol, blue light glasses sundown, so sunset around about half an hour to 1 hour ago. I've put these on. This is blue light straight away, and so this is protecting me. I'm winding down essentially. This task isn't that important. Like, it's not very mentally tasking for me to record this right now because it's prepared in advance. So this is considered like winding down for me. It's kind of relaxing actually to be here and record this for you right now. And today I've hit 15,000 steps actually. So 15,000 steps, and that was actually supposed to be another point. Food consumed 4 hours before bed. It is right now 8:40. Damn, it's 8:46 p.m. already. It's 8:46 p.m. I ate around 6 o'clock. I'll plan to go around sleep around 11 o'clock, so I'll be more than fine for that. That should optimize my sleep and muscle recovery and testosterone for tomorrow and energy. And tomorrow, I'm not waking up with an alarm. I've got the entire day off to record, so fuck yeah, man. It's going to be cool. This is my current detox / health maintenance protocol. NAC Plus is quite an interesting one. It stands for something like N-acetylcysteine, and essentially it's the precursor to glutathione in your body, which is the most powerful antioxidant that is naturally produced in your body as well. This one plays a good role in detoxing and producing or increasing glutathione in your body, so antioxidizing or protecting against free radicals and oxidization. Yogurt, key for gut health, guys. Nothing else needs to be said about that. Actually, funnily enough, this is something important. Recent research or something like that. It shows that yogurt, certain bacteria strains are quite effective at detoxing microplastics in your body. So definitely include this as a part of your daily regimen. Milk thistle, I take 2 pills, 2 servings of this per day for liver cleansing and general detoxing and health of the body. Something I forgot to mention about NAC Plus is it's pretty effective against clearing up mucus as well. So if you're a smoker or if you're recovering from smoking, that's going to be quite effective for you. Or if you've got a cold as well. Ginger, massive natural superfood. Nothing else needs to be said about that. Ginger, very good. Ideally, raw ginger is going to be the best source for you. Don't cook it too much. Moringa leaf extract. This is something I'm taking, organic moringa leaf extract. And this is very high in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. It's something I'm taking as almost like a insurance policy / overall holistic herb, if you will. Psyllium husk, I take this every now and then on and off if I need to do a cleanse, but essentially psyllium husk works when you take it in the morning. You take a substantial dose, and what it does is it attaches to all the leftover rotting wastage in your gut, in the lining, in the intestine, attaches to all of that, cleanses everything out, and it allows you to shit out all the waste products from your body and do a massive good cleanse. Shilajit is the last one. Massive meta. I'll do a full Shilajit breakdown video as well. This is something that I'm just getting into right now because in the past, I just haven't been focused on this. I forgot about Shilajit, but it really is a meta, something to consider as well. Now, part 4 is going to be testosterone maintenance and increasing. Eggs 4 to 6 times per day. Crucial for cholesterol. I was going to say cholesterol manufacturing, but cholesterol production. Cholesterol is the precursor for many hormones, including testosterone. Very important, guys. Don't be afraid of cholesterol. On top of that, yeah, actually, I do have fats here. Magnesium L-threonate, again, because magnesium helps with stress. It helps with most of your body's processes. And generally, if you take magnesium and afterwards you feel calmer and you feel more relaxed, that means your cortisol levels are dropping, which means testosterone can be optimized. Good stress is doing hard things, especially early in the morning when you wake up, as part of the ancestral protocol. Essentially, the ancestral protocol is just following what our ancestors and how they would have lived throughout their days. They would have woken up early to the sunrise, prepared for the hunt, and then gone on the hunt, which is symbolic or a metaphor for the biggest task that you have today. That could be the gym, that could be work, that could be your business, that could be your studies or your hobbies or something else that you have to do. For me, it's content. So I wake up, I get to content. Sometimes at night, I like to record as well. So tonight, I'll be recording this. Fats, very important, guys. High quality fats from butter, ghee, beef tallow, coconut oil, very important. Keep increasing and keep having lots of fats. Carbohydrates, I've got a bowl of fruit right here, which I'm smashing. And I've smashed another full bowl of fruit before this. So very important to have your carbohydrates throughout the day. Important for liver function, important for muscle recovery, important for proper hormone production as well. And no alarm sleep again, like we mentioned before. I will be testing more of these. So this isn't my final stack. I'm experimenting with more. My income is kind of limited right now, boys. I work 2 shifts a week and all my free time is going into YouTube until I can monetize and create a proper business that generates income, and then try out and see which ones actually worked for me and give you recommendations as well. If you have recommendations for me, comment them below and let me know, and you can tell me about your own supplement stack as well. And here is a bonus just before I tell you one more thing. Here is a bonus of essentially just what to eat. This is like a day-to-day of what to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It doesn't matter whether you're having 1 to 3 meals, depending on how active you are and how much energy you consume throughout the day. You'll be adapting according to that. But this is something you should be having every day. High in fats, high in protein, lots of eggs, lots of meat, lots of fat again, lots of cheese, no problem. Now, one thing you need to know about necessarily not being lean, high testosterone, being healthy, looking attractive, looking the way I look now as compared to the photo that you see on your screen, is that this is a holistic system. And if you want a free 30-minute consultation with me right now, while I'm still early, while I'm still a small YouTuber and everything like that, you can go ahead and apply in the second link in the description, and literally we'll talk completely for free, no strings attached, for 30 minutes, and we'll talk about your protocols. We'll talk about your life, your goals, and the best systems to get you there. Whether that's getting lean, whether that's increasing your testosterone levels, your focus, your performance, your attractiveness. We're going to do that through diet, through your workouts, through your lifestyle, whatever it is. We'll talk about it in that 30-minute consultation, and we'll see how we go from there. Apart from that, my full system is available as well, guys, but that's the end. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know. And I'm a small YouTuber, so I really appreciate guys telling me what kind of videos they want to see. So be active. I'm more than happy to reply to comments and engage with you guys. Be active in the comments. Let me know if this was actually valuable for you. Let me know your biggest goals, your age, your story. Just tell it all to me. Tell me your story, what your goals are, and how much I can help to actually get you there. So I want to be, not just any content creator, not just any YouTuber. I want to be the guy that is specifically tailoring content for you. So tell me who you are, what you want, what your goals are in life, and I'll make content exactly this, depending on where you're heading in life. So that being said, flex up for me right now and let's go, baby. Look at that muscle development, man. Pretty, just before we end, muscle dysmorphia or whatever, self-confidence, self-images is real, man, because I spent so many times looking at myself and thinking, fuck, I'm small. And, I still am a bit small, but this is pretty good. I'm proud of myself for coming this far, and you should be as well, man. Let's go.